Hi, I want to talk to you about your five resources because there's some confusion. So this is inside the black box of the five resources. So as we go forward, first there's the three ideas. So you have three ideas about what you want to do. What's the limits on the three ideas? Basically your imagination. So you need to tie it back into the biology or environment or the human body, depending on which course you have. Now, let's take an example. Say you had a love of My Hero Academia, and you looked at a particular character, and for some reason, who knows, the particular character Bakugo is, and I apologize if I've mispronounced his name, he shoots nitroglycerin out of his hands. So he's got a sweat that causes nitroglycerin to come from his hands. So if you're looking at the human body, you would think, how does nitroglycerin only come out of his hands? You have sweat glands throughout your body. Does he have special glands in his hands? If you looked at the biology, you'd say, well, look at the human body. How does it go through the process of creating nitroglycerin, which is that chemical compound down below us there? What would he need to eat to make more nitroglycerin? Would his diet affect how much he could make? Then look at the environment. Think about what is the necessary cleanup for all these explosions that he's making? What is his likely carbon footprint given how much he does his explosions? So notice we've taken something that's an anime abstract character and you bring it into the science and say, okay, wait, let me ask questions about how this character would work in the world. So now you have your ideas. Can you support them? Can you find anyone else who's thought about these same ideas? So you need five resources. Two of them are from scientific journals. So we'll use our same example as we're going along. Remember, we're trying to find, is there anybody writing about nitroglycerin? What's going on with that? So one of the first places to go for all human research is a place called PubMed, or Public Medical Journals. When you type in the word nitroglycerin on PubMed, so PubMed, if you just type in PubMed, it should come right up on Google. You can go in as a search engine. You might just get the abstracts for free. You might get the full free article for free. It's a service that our federal government does for us because people need to know about medical information. It makes doctors' lives hard, but it makes our lives easier because we have to know more stuff. So when you type in the word nitroglycerin into PubMed, the very first article about nitroglycerin talks about its effect on the heart. So if Bakugo has nitroglycerin in his skin, it gets absorbed. Too much nitroglycerin can cause the loss of an enzyme, damaging the heart. So Bakugo's career in My Hero Academia would by necessity be very, very short because he's eventually going to die of a heart attack. So now we have an article from PubMed, which is a very good research journal article. And there's the URL right above me. And that PubMed article can be taken, that URL, which is the thing you find way up in the top of every website you ever find. That PubMed article we can go to Mick Schroeder's citation website. So you type in Mick Schroeder's citation website and make sure you switch to the MLA setup because it'll start in the AMA setup. You take this URL that's right above me, you copy and paste it into Mick's citation generator, and then click that reactor creator, and here's what comes out. That's the first article right there on my right, is the transdermal nitroglycerin review of its pharmacology and therapeutic use. Look at that, it's beautiful MLA format for you. You will be learning how to do MLA format in English, but this is a way to do it very perfectly so you can check yourself as you go along. But let's say you're not in a biology class, let's say you're in environmental science, and you want to know, hey, does this have anything to do with environmental science? So we can go back to PubMed and now look at side effects or waste. So we type in, search on PubMed for nitroglycerin waste. And it turns out about halfway down the page, there's an article, and you can start reading the article that talks about 4 bacterial species. Now, there's going to be a lot of big words, so you want to look at it. And if you need help trying to translate these articles, bring them to me and I'll help you translate into English because it's medicalese and it can be a little dense. But these are four types of bacteria that are capable of, when nitroglycerin's in the wastewater, of solving that problem. They take it out of the wastewater. So there are 4 bacteria that actually deactivate Bakugo's quirk. So this would be his kryptonite, the thing that would make him powerless. Drop him in a vat of these bacteria and his quirk won't work. But it's also these bacteria that would clean up his carbon footprint, take up all that nitroglycerin waste. So it'd actually be helpful solving the problem if you had this bacteria sprayed around after he has explosions. So now we need to document this information. Take that URL, go to Mick's citation generator. You can actually make it an extension on the top of your MacBook. Just click it every time you need it. And that's what his generator does. Complete denaturation of nitroglycerin by bacteria isolated from wash water soak away. So basically, we've got a second scientific article. We've solved both of those problems. Now, the other 3 articles are going to be easier. Warning, if you're going to go online, you will find a bunch of spoilers about Bakugo's his life in My Hero Academia, and there's a big tell-all and spoiler there. But the final arc and epic battle, everybody's on their edge of their seat. That was a little bit ago. So there's some great science down there at the bottom. There's a nice thing talking about quick science, talking about everybody's quirk in My Hero Academia and the science behind it and how it would work and all that stuff. So a really nice quote and thing there. You can take that cosplay thing right below me and put that into the citation generator and generate an MLA format for yourself. But it's much easier to find stuff on Google than on, say, PubMed or one of these other scientific sites. So getting 5 resources should be fairly easy. If you have difficulty, please contact me. Once you find them, you convert them into citations. Then you're done with the background, and it's time to start your slideshow. Thanks for listening.